Hello there, I'm Matt Brooker, trading as Disraeli, and this is a special video clip for 2000 AD Covers Uncovered. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the complex texture layering effects that I use in the comic strip Stickleback, and in particular I'm going to show you in detail how I get to this stage from this. I use two tools for this, the lasso tool and the paint bucket tool. So first of all, let's have a look at the lasso tool and how to set it up for this process. So with the lasso tool, we want to be making really good hard-edged selections for drawing. So feather wants to be set to 0 and anti-alias wants to be unchecked. Both of those things will give you very soft-edged selections. So what I'm doing with the lasso tool is drawing shadows in under the eyes, and I'm going to put some creases around the oxygen mask as well. You'll notice that although I'm interested in this sort of mid-red brown area, I'm not worried about the selections going over into other areas of colour. Now let's have a look at the settings for the paint bucket tool. The default setting is foreground, but we want pattern. These patterns are ones that I've made myself over the years, so I'm afraid they're not available automatically in Photoshop. Mode normal, opacity 100%. Tolerance tells you what range of colours the paint bucket will select. I keep it as low as possible to avoid overspill. When contiguous is on, the paint bucket tool will only fill the specific patch of colour that you click on. With it off, it will fill any patches of the same colour anywhere on the document. I'm going to leave it off and I'll show you a trick to using that. And finally, all layers wants to be checked. This is key to what we're going to do. It'll allow us to make a selection on one layer, but read from patches of colour on a layer underneath. Speaking of layers, let's make sure we're on the right one. We want to be on this texture layer here, which is over the background layer, which contains the colour patches we'll be reading from. If there were any layers in between, they'd either need to be empty, or you'd need to click the little eye symbol on the layer to hide it. So here we are back at the selection, and all we do now is take the paint bucket tool and click, and there's the texture filling the areas we want. But notice that even though the selections overrun other areas of colour, because the paint bucket is selecting all layers, it's not actually running over into those sections, so you can work very quickly. Finally, let's just go back and take another look at that fill. There you can see that everything is filled at once. I haven't had to click those little patches individually to make them fill up with texture. And that was what you get from leaving contiguous unchecked in the paint bucket tool. That was the little trick I was talking about earlier. Well, that's it for now, and thanks for your attention. I hope you've enjoyed it. There is obviously more to tell you, but you'll have to wait for the next Stickleback cover to come up on 2000 AD Covers Uncovered in a few weeks. See you then.